My name is Sholom Meir Wilheim, and today I'll be discussing the podcast I listened to called Masters of Scale, Episode 1, called Handcrafted, and it's an interview between Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, and Brian Chesky, the founder of Airbnb.
Why did you choose this entrepreneur episode?
The reason why I chose this entrepreneur episode from Masters of Scale was the fact that I'm very big into traveling, and I like to travel around the world, and what Brian Chesky was able to create with his unique platform and the ability to connect with travelers and people abroad who own apartments, whether they own houses and they need a little bit of money, is a unique peer-to-peer sharing experience, which has never been done before in the traveling industry.
Did his first business succeed?
Did Brian Chesky's first business succeed? Brian Chesky started off after finishing Rhode Island School of Design. He moved to Los Angeles and worked for a local design firm. At the age of 22, he decided he wanted more for his career and moved out to his friend Joe Gibbia in San Francisco and created and started Airbnb. After $20,000 maxed out in credit cards in a full binder, as the founders say over in their story, they decided they needed to do something to create capital to keep their company going. They thought of a creative idea to sell cereal, and yes, you heard it right, to sell cereal at the 2008 presidential campaign. They sold Obama O's and Captain McCain's and made $30,000 from that venture. They used that capital as well as a very surprise meeting that they got with Y Combinator, and Y Combinator getting them some seed capital, and they went on to create the famous Airbnb that you hear today.
What were some of the challenges he faced and how did he overcome them?
Airbnb's founder, Brian Chesky, one of the two major challenges he's faced over his period of time of scaling his company was one, the ability to create a comfortability between the lodger and the host. A couple years ago, this was unprecedented territory and really ludicrous to think that someone was going to allow someone to go on vacation and rent their personal space and private home for the duration of the time. Secondly, regulatory issues and state regulation issues for short-term rentals and renting someone's space was another issue they faced and continue to face when scaling their company.
Do you agree with his approach to business? Why or why not?
I definitely agree with Airbnb's approach to business because their ability to scale their company at such a fast rate while still maintaining their personalization for both sides of their customer base. The lodger side of their customer base and the host side of their customer base is really unique and special, and they continue to market their product in a way that no other company has.
What is the current valuation of the company?
Airbnb, it's very hard to determine what the current valuation of the company is, since it's not a public company, and based on how you trade the multiples of the sales is what it would be evaluated at. From the research I have done, Airbnb is valued at anywhere between $30 and $40 billion.
If you were working for CEO at SoftBank, would you recommend the company as a portfolio company? Why or why not?
If I was working as CEO for SoftBank, I would definitely recommend Airbnb as a portfolio company. The reason being, as being one of the largest unicorns from the innovative sharing economy space, and being in 81,000 cities, and having 5 million different lodging options, and being one of the only unicorns that before it didn't have its IPO yet, initial public offering, but if it would go public, it already is running at a cash flow positive year-to-year basis. I think it's a great company. My only concern would be that it's a very easy space to enter, and therefore competition could happen at any point of time. Also, there's currently a lot of companies like Expedia and different travel options which are offering different users the ability to post their residential spaces and rent it to lodgers. So there's a lot of ability to offer their service. There's nothing that really makes their service more unique than what other companies could offer. At the same time, it has the majority of the market share. It continues to grow, and it has shown in the past that it's able to jump past regulation hurdles and other hurdles abroad, and it is a very well-run company. And that's why I would say invest in Airbnb.